on Spreaker as well.
We're live on Spreaker.
Oh
Sorry,
yeah!
live on Spreaker.
Woohoo!
Yeah, always loving that. The Spreaker gang out there,
Happy New
and
Year, everybody.
it's one of those crazy situations on Spreaker where it's almost like one of these platforms that's hidden away somewhere. So you need the super secret password to get on
Yeah,
there.
you just need the super secret
Yeah, something like that.
um, um, streaming setup.
Yeah, but it's all good.
Oh
We're
yeah! Happy
Spreaker.
New Year, everybody.
Yes, Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Uh, Glad to get through it. Really, just to get survive that whole freaking New Year. Well, the whole holiday experience of December.
But
Essentially, just get that whole damn thing out of the way. Now we can
I'm
concentrate
good.
on elections. The 2016 election coming up and all that stuff. But pop culture wise, I did see, of course, the Star Wars movie, and
Yeah. So
I
there we
guess
go.
so. I
There's
joined the
that.
rest of America in seeing that, and that's about all I got to say about that, I guess. But
Well, yeah.
I gotta,
I haven't
so
seen it. I haven't seen it yet, but
yeah, so we're not gonna do any different
I
yet.
did see the Kennedy Center honors, and holy shit, I'm
Yeah, I
so
heard they were
glad. I mean, one of the smartest things they ever did was honor Carol King last, because it would have been horrible for George Lucas, Seiji Ozawa, and Cicely Tyson to have to follow Aretha Franklin.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, did you
Yep.
see it? Did you
No, I
watch
didn't
it?
see any of it yet, but I will see it on YouTube.
Oh my God,
So
her Aretha came out and sang "Natural Woman," and the audience was on its feet before she finished. It was just
yeah,
amazing, and Carol King was just overcome, and just it was just an amazing evening with the honoring of Lucas and Cecily Tyson, whom I adore, and Seiji
yeah.
Ozawa. I mean
Speaking of
it.
Carol King, that album is what 40 years old almost.
Yeah, and Aretha came out. I mean,
Close to it. I think
th- that
around
that
67,
yeah
68.
yeah, and that her performance of "You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman" is right up there with her last minute appearance on the Grammys singing Nessun Dorma,
There you
in
go.
replacing stepping in for Pavarotti. And
Yeah,
here's a woman that never studied opera, I guess, singing opera, and it was beautiful. I mean, Aretha Franklin just has
right.
this beautiful, astonishing voice that can do anything. I mean,
Okay.
it's truly, she can sing opera. It's just amazing. It's just this incredible voice.
We're lucky. We're lucky. Lucky
Yeah,
to
yeah. And
have
then I,
experienced all the great pop rock and all that
yeah.
stuff from the 60s and 70s.
Well, I was thinking about who's going to be singing the songs of today, and then I realized, there are billions of songs that are forgotten from the
Oh yeah,
past, so it doesn't really matter.
right, right. They kind of live within a 90-day, maybe 6-month
Yeah,
period.
which in some ways is kind of sad, because
Yeah,
there's nothing right now being contributed to the Great American Songbook.
not a lot,
You
not a
know,
lot. Um,
and if it
you
is,
know,
it's not.
you know,
And
and
if
hip
it is,
hop,
we're not hearing it.
I guess we can call hip hop. It obviously is American music, but
But what can you? But with hip hop, it's but with contemporary music, you cannot divorce it from. You can't put it up on a. Maybe some of the music from Hamilton will become part of the Great American Songbook. It's a brilliant musical. I mean,
yeah,
it's just brilliant. Um, but there's no love songs. There's no positive looking mute songs
not a lot. You don't see any.
today. Well,
Yeah,
there are,
most
but
of it's
actually there are, but you don't hear them you don't hear them.
right.
You don't hear them on the radio, because radio is dominated by the 1 hour hip hop playlist.
Oh hell yeah,
And if
that's
you
right.
want to hear, hip hop other than the 1 hour playlist, you have to go to place stations like, you have to go to like the BBC,
Yeah, or the internet,
or somafm.com,
or
and to listen. Yeah.
all the platforms that are out there on the internet where they provide you with your own, basically your own
No, but it's all the same playlist. You get inundated. I mean, SoundCloud used to be an awesome platform for up and coming art musicians and stuff to put their music up and get. And
Right.
now SoundCloud has changed it so you can't find these people. It's
Ah,
almost impossible for you to post your stuff up on SoundCloud.
let alone
You
find
can't
it.
post
Yeah.
from the application. It's all about uploading from something else,
Yeah.
which
You got to
makes it
go.
really difficult for
Got to go
people.
somewhere else, and then yeah, third party upload kind of thing. Yeah.
No, they want
I don't know.
SoundCloud to be Spotify.
Right. Spotify and
They
iHeart.
they figure they've already got and we're going to make sure that you can't find the people you've been following
Right.
because on the app it's a shitty app. I have a SoundCloud account. I haven't uploaded to it in a while, um, and it's like impossible to figure out how to get stuff into your SoundCloud account.
Right. Right. You know, it's always something, I guess. But
If it's not one thing, it's always something. Thank you, Emily Latella.
yeah. Yeah.
By the way, Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And
Make sure I'm on here. Okay.
I know we're
Yeah, it's great to get 2015 behind us. I guess. Yeah.
yeah.
It just seemed like this whole freaking election process has taken 10 years
Well,
for this to
yeah.
get here.
Well. Trump has become is now starring in an Al Qaeda recruiting uh, video, and Andy Borowitz has a brilliant take on it, and I reposted it as though it wasn't Borowitz. And my
Right.
friend Steve Lesser goes, "Well, this was a joke. It's Borowitz." I said, "I know. I like seeing how many people, you know, correct me on it. And basically he says, you basically it's basically saying he's a winner because they didn't go to that loser jab. Didn't they're not they didn't they're not using anything from that loser jab.
Right.
But I'm sure that's going through his head.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No doubt.
And now for my water break. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't know what the hell is up with my voice tonight either. But Ricky says she can hear a Roy girl, but can't hear Wink. No, I don't know. As far as I know, I'm going out across the airways according to my VU meter. So I don't know. We'll go with that.
This is
Go
the,
with
this
VU.
is this is the joy of being in 200 square feet. Your kitchen's your sink is right next to your studio. So
Yeah, there you go.
sorry.
Yeah, it
Um,
makes it handy.
I'm dealing with dry mouth due to medication that I am on. So forgive me,
Right,
please.
right. Yeah, there's always water nearby, hopefully. 417-717-1454 is how you get on here.
Or you can
So you
Skype us at netroots.radio. I know we keep telling you guys to
yeah,
call in, and eventually you're going to get so tired of us asking you to call in
yeah,
that you're going to call in just to shut us up.
yeah, pretty much. Uh, and that's always not a bad thing. We can, so if you're out there, and you got something, just hey, you didn't talk about this, you didn't talk about that. Well, just pretty much, this is open mic essentially, so you can talk about anything.
It's open mic
Uh,
stream of consciousness.
yeah, pretty much
No,
the way we do this
yeah.
show.
Well, that's the other thing. People talk about Trump's stream of consciousness. No, he's very well rehearsed. He does not speak off the cuff. He knows exactly what he is going to say.
Yeah, he's well
He's
researched.
he's he's
Knows what's
he's
going.
his the way he speaks has been honed by his time on Celebrity Apprentice.
Yeah. Yep.
He knows how he's treating this like it's another reality show for him. And he said in South Carolina that if he didn't get the nomination or if he lost a primary, he would consider what he's been doing a waste of time.
Right.
And
So
why
there's
aren't
that.
people all over that the way they were all over Jeb Bush's? I could be doing other things right now. It's the same
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
Same idea.
Yeah. And frankly, we don't.
Yeah. And we are now going to get started being inundated with Donald Trump commercials because the Iowa caucus is coming up and the New Hampshire primary is coming up and the primaries are beginning. So we're now
Right.
going to see his bullshit commercials.
Right.
He thinks, and he's a petty little man. It's come out that, he cut his his brother's family out of the will, and then because the brother sued them for a share in the estate, he cut off the medical benefits to their infant son, who was quite ill. He's a little shithead. He's a petty tyrant.
Yeah, no question. It should be fun. Ricky S, is there a volume button somewhere on Spreaker? I believe there is, but I'm not totally positive. That's been a while
Well,
since I've been on there. I think there is, but you might have to look for it on the actual player itself.
yeah,
On Spreaker, I think. I don't think the actual site has any kind of volume button. It's just one.
yeah. I mean, if you're listening to it, the volume should be coming. If you're listening on a tablet or on your computer, it should be your audio settings. If you're listening to it live, there should be an audio setting on the stream that you can put it up.
Hell yeah.
I've boosted the audio on my
Yep.
end. So,
Yeah, I got a boost.
and I'm looking at my meters, and I've got good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, just freaking Skype kind of muffles everything, I think, but we're doing what we can.
It shouldn't, because you're going through a mixer
No.
into my stuff. No, for my stuff. And if you're listening on Spreaker, you're getting an analog to digital. You're actually going digital, analog, digital.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
but I'm looking at all my meters and stuff, and everything's good to go. I don't see any.
No, you sound good. You sound
Well,
a
so do you.
little bit low, but I know I'm boosting you up on this end, so
I'm.
gotta,
No, we're
you're probably all maxed out over there, but that's
not really.
You know,
No, I just don't want to max it out. Actually, I'm looking at
sounds good.
Yeah, our levels are good on my end. Don't you just
Yep.
love this tech talk, people?
Yes, yes.
Oh,
yes.
hey, it's tax refund time, kids.
Yeah.
You get
yeah.
your W-2s early. Get your taxes done now, and don't wait till the last fucking minute.
Yeah, because they'll probably find a way to withhold your tax refund or whatever. But
That's only if I default on my student loan,
there you go.
which I don't intend on doing. I'm still trying to get it. The school I attended like a year and a half after, like not quite the 2 years after I went, the school shut down. So I've sent the paperwork in, and they're saying we never got it. So I've got to email them or fax them copies of the paperwork regarding the school not being open anymore, being closed in
Right.
93 or 94, something like that.
Yeah, strange stuff. It's yeah, and I don't know what kind of thing we're gonna get for a tax refund this year. Probably, I don't usually get much anyway, but
See, I make so little money, I get it all back.
yeah, there you go. That's the best way to do it. That's the best way to do it right there. Get every cent back if you can.
Yep.
Let the 1% take care of the tax tax bill for us. They've got it. Let them spend it, but they look at it differently, I guess. Not only the little people pay taxes,
But this is a problem because there are billionaires that believe in paying taxes.
Yeah, there are some out there.
Bill Gates, is one of them. Warren Buffett.
Yeah.
There are a lot of billionaires that believe in paying taxes. They believe that they should be paying taxes.
Right. And I'm all for it. Pay those taxes, get those taxes in. It helps to balance everything out. So.
Well, when the tax rate was extremely high on the wealthy, we had a really good economy. We had no infrastructure. I mean, and that was under Dwight David Eisenhower.
Yes, it was.
And a Republican, the last Republican president that everybody loved.
Yeah.
And appreciated.
Yep. For the most part, did it the right way.
Well,
we had the
everybody back in the 50s understood their civic obligations.
There you go.
To that this country, and not just
I would say a higher percentage of people voted back then than they do today. I mean, maybe not by a lot, but I'm sure there was more people voted back then in the 50s.
Well, the Republican Party has been working on rolling back people's abilities to vote since the 18, 19, and 20-year-old, since Nixon signed the
Yeah,
the
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 18
um
year
the
old.
18,
Yeah,
19, 20-year-old right to vote into law.
yeah,
Because you know it finally got through to him with all the protesting about Vietnam that if you're going
yeah.
to send young men between 18 and 20 years old to go, if they're old enough to kill, they're old enough to vote.
Oh hell yeah,
I mean,
exactly
what
right.
Staff Sergeant Barry Sadler's song "Eve of Destruction," it's got a
Yep,
line in there that says you're old enough to kill for not for voting.
yeah, yep.
You don't
Good
believe in war,
tune
but that's
back
a,
in the day. Yeah,
and I remember some news program. It might have been an early 90s, 60 Minutes. I don't know, but they were talking to some Republican representative Congress critter at that time, and they said we don't want them voting, and he was talking about the college students.
right, right.
They're more
They don't
afraid of
actually
young.
live here, so they
No,
shouldn't
no, they're more
vote here.
afraid of the college student voting. You see, and this is what people forget. If you're in college, you can still vote by absent. You could stay registered in your home state and vote via absentee ballot.
Yep, yep,
And that's what you should do if the people are making your lives miserable about voting because you're a student at Texas A&M
right, right.
or University of North Carolina Chapel Hill or NYU. From another state, get an absentee ballot. You're still registered to vote because
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, that's one of the controversies with college kids because the homies that hometown
no,
crowd there
it's about the transient nature of the college student.
yeah, exactly right. They don't want them
They
voting
only have a
local issues.
4-year investment in the town the place in while they're attending, and even then
That's right. They do
is
not
very
want them voting local issues that
exactly
don't concern them, that it essentially don't concern them only for the 3 or 4 years they're there.
yeah. So
Yep.
I'm saying you may be having issues getting the right to vote while you're at college in the place where you're going to college, but unless you've registered you can always register, keep your registration in your home state and precinct
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
vote by absentee.
Yep. Way to do it, really. Then there was no freaking arguments, yada yada yada. No,
Yep.
controversy, blah blah blah. Just go send that in, send the damn thing in.
Yeah.
Uh, Easiest way to do it.
Yeah.
Until we get maybe internet voting. I don't know. We'll see if that happens. Uh, out there in Oregon, they mail it in anyway.
Yeah.
Everything is mailed in there, I guess. So.
I mean, I'm all in favor of Election Day being a federal holiday.
Yeah, I am as well. Yep, certainly. And I know the Republicans are all against that because
oh no, they would actually probably love it because that would mean that even the Republicans at the base that have jobs would actually vote.
Yeah, can go vote.
I mean, when you think about it, I mean, we as Democrats don't turn out for midterm elections, and yet because it's sort of like it embarrasses me when I see film of people standing in line for hours to cast a vote
Right.
in an African nation. And we cannot be fucking bothered to stand in line to vote until after we get the fuck off work.
Yeah, for a whole 35 minutes, maybe, if that. Yeah, because, in our polling place, you can have 4 people voting at the same time.
Well, my polling place is, my polling place has moved. It was actually here in my building.
There you go. Yep.
And they moved it because I think the space was a little small and cramped.
Yeah.
So, so I now have to figure out where, so we've got a different polling place. It's,
Yeah.
But what it's going to do for some people in this building who have mobility issues, they're not going to be able to vote because it's going to be difficult for them to get to the new polling place.
Well, I get something in the mail every year. Your polling place is such and such.
Yeah.
I go, yeah, okay, I know. So
Which reminds me, I have to renew my passport this year.
There you go.
I have to have my passport because I may not be able to fly. Because New York State IDs do not conform to federal ID standards. They don't have the or they don't have like the chip in them. They're not the newer IDs.
Makes it a little bit easier. Yeah.
and
For home fans.
because of that, the FAA is saying that New York is one of 6 states, I believe, that that where residents will have problems flying because of their non-conforming IDs, because the IDs don't conform to the Real ID Act.
Right.
So you will
In
need
other
so
words,
you will need so you will need a passport to identify yourself that
to get on an airplane,
as acceptable ID.
which we're going
I
to have to
always
start
use see
making
I
those
always use
arrangements
my
this month. Yep. Yep.
passport when flying. Oh hey, somebody pulled the fucking alarm outside. Pulled the fire alarm on my floor in my suite.
Ah, awesome. Awesome.
Screw
Well, you
that.
better, pack it up and
Well, they can't fucking blame me. I'm here on the air, so
yeah. There you go. There you go. Live and nationwide. So,
yep. So I'm going
uh,
to be applying for both the standard passport and the little card that allows you to cross the border from. Oh no, I go to Canada and Mexico without having, it's good for this region, and you don't have because it doesn't you don't need to have it stamped or anything. But I'm going to get both.
yeah. 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 Legal.
I mean, what is a yeah? I mean, what else is a passport but a federal national ID?
That's all. That's all. Which they charge you a fortune for it. I can never figure
No,
that
no,
out.
not really that. Not really. I'm gonna
But I know. But
got my paperwork, gonna get it printed out tomorrow, fill it all out, send the passport back in, and with the fees, and say the new pictures, and say I want the card as well, along with the passport itself, and then I'll just keep the passport card with me as a second form of ID for the
yep.
most part. And flying to St. Louis, I'll have the other passport. I'll have both with me, just in case they say, "Well, this one's not good enough." You've got.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Always
yeah,
trying to take down the voter thing there.
yeah. Remember,
Make
vote
sure you do not
absentee
vote.
if you get your damn absentee ballots and vote absentee and vote.
Yep. Best way to do it. Easiest way to do it. We got, you still got what 8 months or whatever the hell we got, 9 months, whatever the hell it is. Well, we got
Yeah, but there's a
quite a long
certain
time.
cutoff date for
But yeah,
voting.
so yeah, exactly. So, but the sooner the better, really. That way you ain't got to worry about it when the time comes.
Yeah.
Get it done in January, February. You're good to go. I think we had another clown car debate the other night, but I did not watch it.
No,
I have no idea what the hell happened in that. But
well, you know what it is. So it's all neener, nanny boo
yeah,
boo.
yeah.
It's all Donald Trump. And they don't want to talk about why these aren't debates. They're not talking about policy or anything. It's all bullshit.
Right.
I mean, I love you. I love Bernie Sanders, but I wish he would. He started to lose me on the last debate because he was asked a question. He partially answered it and then launched into his talking points.
Yeah.
And
like
it had to do with,
those.
If you see somebody, like, would you consider, if you're seeing, your Arab American neighbor, stockpiling guns, do you call the 911? He goes, or would that be profiling? Well, no, if you're seeing something that looks potentially illegal, you make a phone call.
Yeah.
But he said that's basically what he said. But then he launched into his, he didn't bother answering the rest of the question.
Right.
That he was asked, and then I don't know if it was unconscious or so maybe I missed it. But when he was on The View, the only person I did not see him shake hands with was Whoopi Goldberg. Raven-Symoné, yes, and all the other women, but not Whoopi.
That's kind of strange, yeah.
But not Whoopi.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that was about. You know.
It could have been. I don't know, something they said before the show or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
But I don't think there's a racial issue or
no, but it's just something I noted. Something I noticed and just thought it was like a little odd. Like maybe it just didn't, because she didn't stand up for him either. So she may not be a fan, but but in my opinion, Bernie needs to start talking about other issues besides the primary things he has been talking about.
Yeah,
So
no,
there's
he's
only
only been
so many
talking about three or
times you
four
can,
issues for most of it.
if you're going this broken record thing, people are going to stop listening because they're going to want to hear something.
Yeah, that's basically the
Everybody
standard stuff.
knows. Everybody knows that this is not. The system has always been rigged.
Yeah.
There has never been a level playing field
Oh hell no.
in at all. You know,
No.
um, and people who say let's give up our right to elect our state our senators and let the states go back and go. Well, we're already letting the oligarchs
Yeah.
choose our representatives already
Pretty much.
by the amount of money they throw behind them.
Yeah. That's it.
So which makes it highly amusing that nobody that the billionaire Kochs and their ilk are not supporting anybody currently. I would be dying to know what Trump and Adelson talked about.
Yeah. So far,
Whether or not there was a deal struck that if Adelson didn't support anybody, that should by some miracle Trump be elected, that all the investigations into Adelson's shady dealings here in the States would end.
Right. Right.
Everything's a tit for tat. Everything is everything is a trade off.
Yep.
Everything's you want X, I'll give you. You want X, I want Y. And then okay, X, Y, W, W, X. You want X, I want Y, so we'll compromise at W.
Yeah.
Politics is all about compromise.
It's going to be different. No doubt
Yeah.
about it. Of course, we're live from Manhattan, so we're going to get the.
Which is why let's get it go.
But
I mean, I tried turning the sound down, but no.
Yeah. Well, I like the ambiance, in the background there. It's just, what it is.
And I'd close my window, but I actually need some air in here because little Kelly's an asthmatic, and she hasn't been able to, and she ran out of her daily Spiriva medication.
Yep.
So it's like I'm actually finding out what it actually feels. I had been living with obstructed airways for so long with my asthma that.
Yep.
I know it didn't. It was stopped being something I'd never paid attention to it, but since I've been off the daily
Right.
medication for my asthma, I now am highly aware of the breathing issue.
Okay. Yeah.
And my doctor is not it's trying to get a hold of them and saying I need my prescription refilled and. Oh, you're not you're not answering the phone for the next 4 days? Thanks.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, so that's
how it works.
Yeah.
Not sure what else is coming into New York, the next month or two as far as.
Well, we're going to have like bitter cold weather this week. It's supposed to be like 5 to 15 degrees wind chill on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Thank God
I guess the same thing out there in Oregon.
Thank God I don't have to go out.
Justice out that way, so yeah.
Yeah, I have a cannelloni sitting here. Then I'm gonna have to put it in the refrigerator because it's really good, but it's really rich.
Yeah.
I treated myself to somebody else cooking dinner for me. This great little cafe across the street. And they had like fried chicken. So I had fried chicken, steak fries, and a cannelloni for dessert and a salad.
Right. And that was the restaurant, or that was someplace
else?
Little
cafe, little place across the street.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, where they cooked it there. It wasn't like the fried chickens that's sitting there and then they just heat it up. I mean, they actually fried it right there. Unlike kind of like, oh, pizza slices. Yeah, but that slice of pizza, that's probably been sitting there since the place opened this morning.
Yep.
You can kind of tell when the pizzas have been sitting there a little too long.
Exactly. Yep.
Want to put a little more cheese on that before you throw it into the oven to warm it up? At least make it pretend like it's like fresh.
Ricky says, I hope Kelly's building isn't actually on fire.
Nah.
No.
Nah. It's just the alarm.
Just a false alarm.
The alarm went off. I know it was a little too late for them to like be testing it, so
Yeah,
probably somebody's smoke detector or something. It's like,
yeah.
no, but
It's
it was the alarm. It rang once and then went off. So
somebody might have had an extra beer or two and pulled the
well,
wrong
no,
one.
I came up one day. Somebody actually pulled the fire alarm in our hallway, and the elevator, and it wasn't me because I was in the elevator at the time and it started going off.
Right.
But yet the one of my drunken neighbors was blaming me for it, and I think they did it.
Yeah.
But now it's covered over. You
I think
can't.
there's no
You have.
question.
Yeah. It's now covered to prevent accidental pulling.
Ah, okay.
So yeah.
It's always something.
Yeah, it's always something, and you're listening to the Roundhouse Power Hour with Wink and the Roaring Girl here on netrootsradio.com and Spreaker. And you can give us a
Yes.
call at 417-717-1454.
Yes.
That's 417-717-1454, 417-717-1454, or you can Skype us at
Yeah.
netroots.radio.
Exactly. Exactly. Don't forget the dot.
And you can join us in the chat room over at netrootsradio.com, and you can scroll to the bottom of the page, and you will see the link to our Kiwi IRC chat room, and you will also see a little button there that says donate. So support, become a Patreon, and help keep us on the air, and more importantly, keep people on keep the highly intelligent young men and women of the San Carlos Reservation employed, because they are the people without whom you would have nothing but dead air. They run our servers. They're awesome people.
Yeah. Keep our tech up to
You
spec,
know,
as they say.
you know,
Most
if you're
part,
looking
yeah,
if
it
you're
sounds good.
looking for servers, get in touch with the good folks at the San Carlos Res.
Absolutely.
They can do it
And,
for you. They'll do it
can
for you.
actually contact us, and we'll
Yeah.
forward
Contact us.
that info.
Shoot us a
Yeah.
shoot. Wink and
Probably the easiest way to do it. Now we can send it out to
a tweet
Apache.
us, and we'll pass it on.
Yeah.
We'll get you. We'll get you in contact with the people you need to get in touch. You'll need to talk to about getting servers up and running for your internet streams and all that good stuff.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yep.
That's how that gets done.
Yeah. Because Charles and all the good people of the San Carlos Apache Reservation are some of the best people I've ever had the pleasure to not yet meet, and I want to meet you, Charles, in St. Louis.
Yeah.
We were supposed to meet. We were all supposed to get
over
together during Netroots
there. Nice to
Nation
see you on sunscreen as well, but,
yeah. We were all supposed to meet during Netroots Nation in Phoenix last year.
Yeah,
but
just didn't work out.
all sorts of stuff came up, and it
Yeah.
did not become a reality. And I am still sad about that, because I've had some lovely chats with our Apache Charles, and I'm dying to meet him in person, face to face, because
Okay.
he's cool to talk to. I love
of
talking
course,
with Charles. He's awesome.
Yeah.
He's awesome. And then we got our
Sunscreen, of course,
sunscreen
too.
in London.
Yeah.
And then we got, folks up in Kanekistan doing
Yes,
shows. What
in
was that?
North Atlantic.
Coffee pod cast? The coffee cast?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got some good stuff going, Check us out. Listen to us. Well, if you're listening in on this, you already are, but
there's definitely some programming.
we got some
involved here.
we got some awesome programming, Dave Waldman. We got Justice in the after show, and you with the after show, and Justice's Musique Sans Frontières. And whom else are we, proudly
Well, we got Will and Arliss, of course,
Yeah.
doing the Hopping Mad show that comes on Monday mornings before KGRX. So
Yeah. Kegger in the
it comes
morning
once a week
morning
there.
drive, and
So yeah, we're
I know we got some other
developing
people.
all
I
this
know
stuff.
I know that we have the awesome From the Bunker, Jody Hamilton. We stream her, Tom Hartman. We have some awesome people, and Kate. Do we have a Kate? Are you there? Oh, look.
Yeah, I'm muted.
Oh, okay. Oh, I
Yeah,
was
we got
about
that
to-
too
yeah.
as well. That's all. You know,
I'm
it's
saying we got dead air again. Oh, I'm going to have to fill, and that sounds like I'm blithering.
no, we're good. We're good. We're all set. Um, yeah. No, Kelly's building is fine. No fire there.
Yeah, we're
So
good. It's all
yeah,
good.
we're all good there.
Yeah. We
Uh,
got a creepy Grice Deeds Market across the street.
that would be Uptown Manhattan.
Yeah, yeah, Upper West Side, and it's like a creepy. We have a creepy Grice Deeds in a basement across the street, and a really awesome yet overcrowded Key Foods a block up. It's tiny and it's packed, but compared to the Grice Deeds, which is rather large, it's got better produce and it's packed with people as opposed to the creepy Grice Deeds, which is like always empty when I go in. There's never a lot of people there. It's like, oh, I got to run. It's overpriced.
Yeah,
Packaged
as
budding
is
meat
everything.
at this Grice, those little, like 2-ounce packages of chopped pressed meat from Buddig.
Yeah.
They want $1.50 for one of those across the street,
Yeah.
and 99 cents at the Grice Deeds.
Yeah, you got to go with the 99 cents. That's all. Yeah.
It's like what the,
Yeah.
like are
But
you
some
like
are trying to
really
make a
kidding
living
me?
in New York City, and some are trying to make a killing in New York City. So it's
Well, no,
just,
Grice Deeds is they think they're like right now, between the closest. Let's see, the food emporium, the large food emporium a few blocks up is closed. The larger Key Foods up on Amsterdam closed. So technically, right now between 86th and 96th, on Broadway, on the Upper West Side where wealthy people live,
yeah.
there are only 2 supermarkets. Both are Grice Deeds, and both are overpriced.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
It
The
is.
way it's set
I'm
up.
thinking that the food emporium left because their rents probably got jacked up on them.
You almost
But
got to
now
go to Brooklyn to get some food.
No, I just
New
need
York
to. I have to go cross town to the Fairway or walk down to 72nd. Walk down or walk down to like 76th to the Fairway, or 73rd to the Fairway, or 72nd Street and Broadway to the Trader Joe's.
Yeah, there you go. Not many options, but there they are.
There's a little gourmet market around next door to me that has some really good produce, but I'm trying to get more colors into my diet as far as produce goes.
Yeah.
And, if it's all green, it's.
Yeah.
So I either have to go cross town to Fairway or walk down to 72nd Street to get to the Fairway or
Yeah, you got to get
the
some
Trader
orange in the old
Joe's.
diet. Yeah.
And red and yellow. Yeah. I have this really neat app. All it does is just it's not a calorie counter.
Right.
It's not a carb or anything like this. It just tracks what you eat and tells you the nutritional value of what you are eating.
Right.
And it's called what's it called? I'm gonna open it up right now. It's a really great app. It's on the App Store if you're using an iPhone, and it's free. And you don't have to buy anything. It's called Wholesome, and it basically it tells you to eat the rainbow. So you
all the colors.
Yeah, red, orange, yellow, green, leafy, purple, white, brown, trail mixes, and it just gives you the nutritional count. Meat and seafood, breakfast, sweets and spreads, beverages, cooking and oil and stuff and beans and its spices, and it's really a great application. And plus, you've got your own recipes, and there's other people's recipes, that people put in, and you just track what you eat. I probably killed my calorie intake today. Oh, I didn't eat anything today. I had fried chicken. 4 pieces.
I haven't had a lot today, so my calorie intake is probably around 1,200.
Yeah.
So usually around 18, 16, 18. So today's around 12, probably 13. So I might have saved myself 500 today. Possibly.
Wow, they don't even have. Okay.
Of course, once I have.
They don't even have fried
egg.
chicken listed here.
Yeah.
But that doesn't
fry
mean.
An egg later on tonight probably go up another 100, 150. But go with the water for drinking and stay off the beer tonight. We got So that's not hard to do for me. I prefer pretty much water anyway. But I like a cold beer now and then. It goes good with a lot of things. So yeah, dinner time is a great time to have a cold beer with something. No doubt.
They don't
A lot
even
of people
have
prefer
fried
wine,
chicken.
a little vino, whatever. But I've never been a
Okay,
wine.
I didn't eat anything today because they don't have any breakdowns for fried chicken.
Yeah, okay. All right, there you go. There's no chicken, so
Yeah.
therefore no calories today, and I like that. That's the
Oh,
best approach to take
yeah.
right
That
there.
was no, that was today. So I
Uh,
needed. I should have. That was supposed to be for yesterday.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I know
So
we got
I had
got
my
the last week of football coming up
yeah. So
here.
I
So
had my calorie intake, my good calorie intake for today. Yeah. I you cannot. New York City so dislikes the Warriors,
yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
so dislikes Golden State
Yep.
that there that after the Golden State won the NBA championships last year, you could find no Warrior gear in this
Right.
city.
Right.
And as I said, it's because we made LeBron cry.
There you go.
I was in Modell's today, and you know, I was going, I was remarking about how you can't find any Warriors gear here, and they had like
Right.
three Steph Curry jerseys, but they were hidden behind, another team's jerseys.
Yep. Yep.
And I was like, give me a fucking break.
Yeah. That's how that works. Yeah.
And the Warriors are going to be going to the NBA Finals again.
Oh hell
I
yeah.
mean,
Oh yeah.
when they beat the Cavaliers, they showed that as a team they were not solely reliant on Steph Curry, who was playing hurt and had to sit out a good part of the game.
Right.
And yet they were still. I mean, it was another good game. It was a close, good game. I mean, when the Warriors and the Cavs get together, it's good basketball.
Pretty tough to beat. Yeah. It's good stuff.
They're really good teams. The
Yep.
Cavaliers is a really good team, and they're not going to be high scoring, stupid, lopsided, high scoring games because one team is actually better than the other.
Right.
It's just that they both have really good players.
Yep.
They
And
have
they play
they have
defense.
they have good defense, good offense,
Yeah.
and the Cavs haven't quite learned how to play as a team. They still more or less rely on LeBron,
Yeah. Yeah.
and he tends to think that they should be relying on him, so he gets a little upset when they don't always give him the ball.
Right.
But teams that are like that rely on like one or two players, one gets hurt and they fall apart because they don't know
Yeah.
how to because they're not a team. They don't let anyone else but those two people,
Right.
shoot.
Right. So if one of them fouls out or whatever,
Yeah.
and they're in kind of deep
Well,
trouble.
well, I saw a couple of moves. I forgot who the teams were playing, but there was one player who did like two flagrant fouls on the same opposing player, and
Yeah.
the second time he barreled into the guy and knocked him down, the player went off the court hurt. And yet I did not hear and I think it was a Brooklyn Nets did not get removed from the game,
Right.
did not get fouled
Right.
out.
There's no whistle, no foul. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes
So
you wonder about the
if a
referees.
team
I gotta,
if a
gotta
team
say.
feels the only way they can win is by hurting injuring other players on the other team, then they don't have a team.
Right.
Because they have to play, they have to take other players out.
Yeah. No doubt about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of deep into the basketball season now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. And of course hockey too, but I don't
Let's
follow
talk
hockey at
about
all.
lopsided ball games. Stanford rolling over Iowa,
just about
in
anybody.
the Rose Bowl. They rolled. I mean, it
Yeah,
was like it was like ridiculously. It was like 38-0 or something weird like that. But Iowa never scored. Iowa was totally shut out.
right, right.
Fun fact, people. After Stanford got rid of their Indians mascot and they needed a new name for their teams, for a very, very brief moment in history, they were known as the Stanford Robber Barons.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
Regents did not appreciate that, but it was highly appropriate name for the team because it was founded by Leland Stanford,
yeah, why not?
who was
Yeah,
a robber baron. This man took possession of most of California because Stanford was told he could have all the land he could sail around in California. So what
yeah.
did Stanford do? He took a boat, put it on a flatbed rail car, hoisted the sails, and then sailed the ship on the rails. He got
Why
all the
not?
land he could sail around.
Yeah,
So for, like I said, for a very brief moment in time, like in 78, like 76, 7 through 78, they were known as, or 77 through 78, they were known as the robber barons.
yeah,
My college, my roommate, and when I was at Cal Davis, was a member of the robber baron band, marching band there.
yeah. How about that?
And then they became known as the Stanford Cardinals. But I still hate them.
Yeah,
They make my life miserable in Berkeley during the Axe game because I can't wear my favorite color, which is red.
gotta hate that. Yeah. They're one of those teams that they're almost like an Ivy League team where they're all
Yeah.
A's and B's and
Yeah,
football
they're
players
just
and
so
A's and B's.
trying to be like the Cal Aggie, almost all male marching band. It's
I guess. Yeah.
hilarious.
I don't know
NCAA.
how Cal manages that, but they somehow manage it. I guess so.
They have good teams. He does
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
really
they do.
crappy theater department, but they've got good ball teams, good football team.
Yeah.
And it gets
Well,
confusing
that
because
should.
all the UCs, like UCLA are the Bruins or the Bears, and then you have the Cal Bears. But when you start talking about Cal Bears, you don't know if they're talking about Oski and Berkeley or the Bruins.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a close one there because you don't know. I mean,
Just don't know.
we like our Guinness, but you never know.
Yeah, Guinness
Yeah.
has entered the IPA in
Yes, they
America
have. Yeah.
because they're realizing that Americans are pussies and don't like heavy
Right.
beers. I
Right.
love Guinness.
Yeah.
Room temperature
What's
Guinness.
not to like? As they say, yeah, it's a pretty good
Room
beverage.
temperature. Room temperature. Room
Yeah.
temperature.
Yep. So
Don't part
they
of the
don't
reason
chill it.
we are told to serve American beers like Busch and all of that ice cold because
Yeah.
if you drink them warm, they suck.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The
Very much so.
microbreweries, the smaller breweries, even if they are owned by larger breweries,
Yeah.
their beers are still better.
No question. And you don't need that, you know, 44-degree Budweiser either. Like that. No. You can serve it at 54, 55, even 60. It tastes pretty good.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. 417-717-1454. We still got like, what, 6, 7 minutes left. So
Yeah. Give us a call.
chime in. Find out what's going on in your neck of the woods. Obviously, not much happening in our neck of the woods because, the whole holiday thing just kind of takes everything. Takes you out of your game, so to speak, off your game. And the stuff you're usually involved in just kind of goes by the wayside. But now that we're getting back to normal, it'll be kind of, actually, might actually get something going.
What is normal?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
What's normal?
Let's see what happens. Got most of the holiday food supply taken care of, either eaten or thrown away. So we're back to,
See, this is why
you know,
I have some bean dip still in the
there you go. Yeah.
fresh made, homemade black bean dip.
Yeah, you got to love that.
Yes, I treated myself to a Magic Bullet Mini, which is just a smaller version of the Magic Bullet. I love it.
Yep.
And if only they would come up with a NutriBullet Mini,
Yeah.
I'd be happy.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah,
I think the difference between the Magic Bullet and the NutriBullet is that um, I think it has more powerful motor.
could be.
Oh, the extractor
I may
blades.
get one of those for the just to get the veggie content. Pick that up a little bit, and
Well, it's like I have a juicer, so when I'm juicing stuff, I keep the pulp because I don't want to get rid of the fiber,
right,
and
right.
then I'll use the fiber for other things. Although I've also been known to put it into the blender and then end up with a fiber with like a with a really good smoothie
Yeah,
because the fiber thickens it
yeah.
up.
Why not? Yeah.
You know. So yeah, the Magic Bullet Mini comes with a cup for your beverages, for your smoothies
There
and
you
stuff,
go.
and it comes with a smaller chopper,
Yeah.
and it's done with a pulse. You just pulse it, um, and salsa you
Yeah.
can
Well, that should do the trick. Really, it should do it by itself.
yeah
Uh, get that done like that. Uh, yeah. All the holiday, festivities kind of. Well, I mean, food wise, they're all kind of packed away or thrown out, tossed out, whatever the case may
yeah
be. But it was good. It was good eating. Good,
yep.
good festivities as far as
I
that
made
food.
whole wheat tortilla baked tortilla chips
Ah, there you
to
go.
go with the bean dip.
Yep. Yep.
I will admit that I did have some like stuff that fast foods, but what can I say?
Exactly.
You need your fats. Not a lot of carbohydrates, but you need your fats.
Yeah. That's one thing. We're trying to knock off 10 pounds between here and
Yeah,
that's skiing.
I'm going to try and get done. I'm trying to knock off more than that.
Yeah. Okay. So and then 16 coming up, of course, and then of course Wednesday night we got the dinner with uh, Cheers and Jeers,
Yes.
which is
And
good.
my friend in St. Louis is fortunately was on high enough ground that her place did not get washed away in the St. Louis
That's
floods.
good. That's
Yeah.
good.
Um, although Memphis, from what I've been reading about the everything about the weather, about the Mississippi uh, moving down is probably going to inundate Memphis.
Yeah. I think that's going
That's
to
what
be
you
up
get
in
for living
Memphis.
by the river, boys. You
All these
know it
cities.
floods and you keep fucking developing by the riverbanks. Dudes.
I mean, even Miami. I mean, what the hell are we going to do in Miami here in about 10 years when the water level gets up around
Who
knee high?
cares?
Yeah,
Who
true.
cares? It's Miami. Nobody
True.
gives a shit.
Yeah, it's mostly Cubans anyway, I guess. So yeah.
Nah, it's mostly retired Jewish people.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Mostly retired
Cubans
whiny.
sneaking
It's
over
mostly
across the border.
retired whiny people from New York.
Oh man, yeah. Ricky says he tuned out throughout the whole basketball and football thing over the holiday. And the magic bullet is great for making iced drinks.
Yeah, that's the only thing with these particular types of blenders. You can't use hot liquids in them,
Yeah, yeah,
which is okay. Which is okay.
yeah. Still good.
That's what if you want to do hot things, you get yourself a real blender.
Yeah, that's all. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, most blenders, even just your regular run of the mill blender, is supposed to be for cold stuff anyway. I mean,
It
you can
depends
do
on how it's
hot
sealed.
stuff.
Well,
Yeah,
no, a real mixer, like if you're going to spend the money, like a
yeah,
Vitamix, you can do hot food, beverage things in it, because it's not
right.
what happens is that the hot, and I discovered this from my Hamilton Beach thing. Why you don't put it expands the washer,
Yeah,
and then it does, and then you have this leak,
then
and you can get
exactly.
replace the blender cup, but it's more cost efficient to just buy a new entire unit because it's the same price.
Right. Might as well get the whole brand
Once you
new
add the
setup.
shipping and handling, the replacement cup is it's you just might as well go buy a new unit.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, and it's great for, like I say, great for the veggie mix without a doubt. Whip up a kind of a shake, veggie shake or something.
Yeah, well, like I said, you
Might
can do a
suit.
lot of different things in it. Like I said, I do that, and I can use it to chop. The bigger cup I can use to chop more than just
Right, right.
you know.
I don't know. We're supposed to get a couple inches overnight, but I don't think we're gonna get too much snow.
Yay!
That's good. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take 2 inches anytime. Just, don't need the whole 8, 10, 12 inches. We don't need that nonsense. But you can deal with 2 without any problem at all. So if we get that, that's fine.
Okay.
Um, got a minute or so left. I don't know what's going on in New York. Probably not much in
Not
New York
much.
this
Not
week.
much. It's just freezing ass cold.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you got
As
that
it
going.
should be.
Right. Up here, same here. It's not much going on. It just seems like man, everybody's just kind of got to turn the lights out or something here. But it's rolling up the sidewalks pretty early this weekend. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
You never know, you know.
Hell yeah. Got a LGBT bar opening up here, so that
Oh,
should
cool.
yeah, so that should be pretty cool. Except for, of course, the wingers will be all over protesting that, I'm sure. So
Now, most of them will be inside cruising.
Yeah. Got to get out of here. Got about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, tomorrow I'll be on tomorrow night. So tune in for that for Gibber tomorrow night at midnight Eastern, 9 o'clock Pacific. Other than that,
Blither your blather, people.
we'll have our regular holiday programming as well as some of our original programming. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, with that, we'll get out of here. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next Saturday night.
Same bat time, same bat station. Have a good week, y'all.
Yes.